Hello everybody, Jamie here from FM Scout. In today's video, I'm going to be doing one of my favourite type of videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And this video is going to be 10 clubs who produce foreign regions. We tend to do this once a year, and we've got actually completely different teams as of last year. So it's really exciting to show you these new teams, and I find it really strange. The reason I find it strange is because there's always kind of a story behind these clubs. And if you guys know these clubs, you're from these nations, the reason why, obviously some of them are quite obvious based on their affiliations and stuff, but there's some who just outright produce regions complete opposite nation that they are. So I find it really interesting, and hopefully you guys do too as well. And again, if you know the reason behind this, please let me know, because I'm not that knowledgeable with a lot of the clubs on this list, i.e. Singapore, Chile, but we'll go through them of course in a second. Let's get right into it. Also, if you know any more, let me know in the comments. I might do a second video for people who don't know the comments. If we do find 10 in the comments with the reason behind them, I will do another video on this and share the wisdom with everybody else. Let's get right into it. So the first club we're going to talk about, I'm not going to try and pronounce it, Albirex Niigata. We're going to call them that. They are from Singapore. It was founded in 2003. Now, again, I've not done the research on why these produce these type of regions, but these actually produce Japanese regions. Again, I'd love you guys to just pop in the comments the reasons why, so people maybe are wondering, they can obviously just check it as well. But if we go to their all players, you'll see almost the entire team is Japanese. And of course, they've got a lot of young players. They've also got some aging players as well. Again, you can sign this, but to see these players, you'll probably need a large database. I probably should mention that at the start of the video. But again, I just find it really odd. A club in Singapore produce these type of regions. Now, they are a new club, 2003. But yeah, this is Albirex, and they produce Japanese regions. Or Newgens, whatever you want to call it nowadays. Always going to be regions to me. The next one is a club in Chile, Club Deportivo Sokol. So this club is an amateur team. They did take a lot of finding, of course. You wouldn't necessarily look for a club like this. But this club, I'm going to let you guess. What type of regions or Newgens does this club produce based on that kit? I'm pretty sure you've already guessed it. Give yourself 5 points if you have guessed it correct. But it is Croatia. So a club in Chile produced Croatian Newgens. And as you can see, every single player in this club, obviously they are grayed out, but over time, as you start going through the saves, they will obviously produce regions if you have them type of players loaded in your database. Now, of course, if we look at their affiliated clubs, it doesn't show us anything. So for me, it's even more strange. If they've got an affiliate with somebody, like some of the clubs which we're going to show you, I kind of get it. But for the fact that there's a club in Chile who produce just Croatian regions, I'm not sure if they actually produce Chileans as well. Obviously, I've not seen them from their region intake date. Of course, like I say, they are all grayed out at the moment, but I just find it really strange. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. And back to Singapore now. Duli Pengiran Muda Makota FC. Hopefully I got that correct. These play in Singapore as well in the Great Eastern Yeos S League. Founded in 2000. So another team in Singapore which was relatively new in terms of the club founded. These produce Bruneian Newgens. So, these produce Bruneian Newgens. So if we go to the players and look at all the players, you'll see they've got obviously an Australian, these are real players, but they do produce a hell of a lot of Bruneians. They've also got an English guy, which I find extremely odd. I just love FM, how I'm in Singapore at the moment, looking at the Bruneians, and then an English guy pops up. I love when that happens. I don't know why, I don't know if anyone else does. And then you look at his history, and he's played in like the National North and South with Chippenham Town. I just find it really strange. But yeah, these produce a lot of Bruneian wonder kids. So if you are, well, not wonder kids, but players, Newgens, if you are looking for that type of style, but yeah, make sure you check these out. And into Scotland now, in the Lowland League under Caledonian Braves, or Cali Braves, whatever you want to call it. A semi-professional club, 1-star rep. But yeah, if we look at their players, so these actually produce French Newgens or regions. So you can see in this club, they've got obviously an English guy. They've got one real player at the moment, but like I say, in the previous ones, it will depend on your database. But yeah, they produce French. Obviously, they've got some Scottish players as well. But you can see the French you can see the France there, and they will produce in their intake days French players. Whether they're amazing, I have no idea. Of course, it's always good to check because teams like these are amateur clubs, and just give them a scout if you are looking for that next French player. But yeah, that is Caledonian Braves. Into Belgium now, and KAS Eupen, I think that's how you pronounce it, in the Jupiler Pro League. The biggest club we've seen so far. Now, who have these got an affiliate with? Who do these produce? So actually, these produce Spanish Newgens due to their affiliation with Barcelona. So if we go into their affiliated clubs, they do have the Barcelona B team there, along with another B team in Spain. They've also got Aspire as well, but you'll notice the message here, which is what you want to see. So Barcelona B may send academy players to train, to gain experience, may benefit with some of these players coming through their youth team ranks. I'm not sure if it's the same with the other ones. It doesn't look like it is. So mainly, is it the same with Espanyol? It's not. So looking at this club, that is why they will produce some Spanish regions. In terms of their club now, not entirely sure if they have got any Spanish players. They've only got a few, but these are aging players. But obviously, when the intake date comes, they will produce some Spanish regions, thanks to the affiliation with Barcelona B. Going into Denmark now, and the club that I'm not even going to try and pronounce, we're just going to call them FC. FC is FC Nord. Okay, let's go with FC Nord. So FC Nord do produce Ghanaian Newgens due to their affiliation with the RTD Academy, which is also, I believe, Manchester City off the top of my head. It's like a Ghanaian camp, and they produce a lot of good Ghanaian players. So if we go into their affiliated clubs, they've got a lot of affiliated clubs. You will spot them somewhere. There you go, RTD Academy. So you can see RTD Academy may send players to train at FC Nord to gain experience, may benefit with some of these players coming through their youth team ranks. So, like I say, if you are planning on managing these clubs, bear in mind you might get a few good Newgens come through who's Ghanaian, and you may be wondering, why is this happening? Now you know. Let's move on. Into England now, FC Romania. Now, this is a club that's been talked about so many times if you do kind of lower league saves. FC Romania. Now, you're going to know who these produce, right? These obviously produce Romanian Newgens. They do play in the lower leagues of England, but again, most of their players, if not all of their players, are Romanian. So they will produce Romanian regions coming through. Now, I've seen an interesting question on this. I'm just trying to think. Someone mentioned about Brexit. If Brexit was to happen with this club, what would happen? Apparently it happened with somebody and he had to sell everybody and there's nothing he could do. All of his regions was always Romanian. So it's intriguing. If you are looking for a save, definitely give that a go. But yeah, that is FC Romania. Now, the biggest club on this list is Lyon. So Lyon will produce Senegalese, Tunisian and Vietnamese Newgens, obviously down to their affiliations. We'll show you now. So the first one for Lyon is, we just have to check because it's quite a lot. So there is Club African. You can see the message right here. So Club African in Tunisia may send academy players to train. You've got Dakar in Senegal, the same thing as well. And you've also got one more under TP. If I can find them. There we go. So Vietnam, TPHCM, also got the same thing. So they will produce. So it's very interesting. That's one thing that I've always tried to do in saves is get a lot of clubs around the world with this message. And if you want me to do a video on affiliations, that is in the pipeline. So I will do that on how to find the best affiliations in clubs and the clubs to go for. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you do want to see that. There is one for FM19, but I'll update it for FM20. And let's move on to the next one. We're going into Brazil now. Perolas Negras. This club is a professional club. They play in the lower division of Brazil. These produce Haiti Newgens. Haiti? Not even sure how you pronounce that, I'm sorry. But as you can see in this list, they've got all the players right here. No French players whatsoever. They will produce they've got some French players at the top, obviously to compete in the league, but they will produce these type of regions going forward. And if you guys know the reason for that, please let me know in the comments. Let's move on to the final one. The final one is Somholo United Football Club, a club in South Africa in the second division. And these actually produce Dutch Newgens, semi-professional club. You don't see anything at the moment. They all are South African. This is something that someone told me about. I don't know if it's completely true. So this is why I need you guys to help me out. But apparently this club does produce Dutch regions. I did try and look on the affiliates and there's nothing there. But I haven't, obviously I should have really gone to the next intake day and see what they produce. Well, this is for you guys to let me know next time you get an intake day, or if you're a few years into the future, jump onto this club and let me know if there's some Dutch regens. If you are Dutch, or if you are from South Africa and you know the reason why, let us know, because I'm really, really intrigued about this one. Obviously, all the rest we've seen, you can kind of see the reasons behind them. This one you can't. It was just on the list that someone told me. And yeah, check it out and let me know. But apart from that, that is the end of the video. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.